Bears are back here in week 4 as we get ready to host the Los Angeles Rams in today's matchup. And of course, we just come off a big win against Cleveland in the last episode, which was very nice there on Thursday Night Football. It's actually nice to have a decent Sunday afternoon game here at Soldier Field. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Chicago Bears franchise here on Madden 25. As it's been a roller coaster of the last couple of weeks now. We've had 2 Thursday night games plus a Sunday night game sandwiched in between those two. And now we're out here for a late afternoon game here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here near the lake here in Chicago as the Bears are hosting the 3-0 Los Angeles Rams, who are one of 4 teams who are currently still undefeated in the NFL. That, of course, being the other 3 teams being us, the Steelers, and the Seahawks, who are still, like I said, still undefeated and still have a chance here to try to go 4-0 here today. And, of course, out of this game here between the Rams and the Bears, only one of us is going to walk out of here with that W, and hopefully it's going to be us here today as the Rams right now in first place. Currently tied in first place, I should say, with the Rams, or with the Seahawks there in the NFC West. As you see Justin Fields back in this house here. Of course, he was here 2 years ago and finished his time here in Chicago. And he was kind of a it was kind of a love-hate relationship between the club and him, and especially with the fans. And now here he is, of course, 1 year removed from the Steelers, now signed a contract with the Rams, and now being the Rams main 2 guy here. He's got a pretty good receiving core here. As of course, last week he threw over to 200 yards in the game, and of course had 100. There was also 116 yards on the ground of rushing for the Rams, and then of course they were able to defeat the Cardinals last week. Where the Cardinals had a late score in the second half, or late in the second quarter, but came up short of getting any chance to really come back and try to get back in this game here against the Rams. And of course, there you see Tre Davious White, one of their top players there, had a pretty nice game as well. And of course, he's going to be one of the key players here that we're going to have to make sure we avoid here in today's matchup. As well as on the offensive side here, Kyren Williams, who had 15 carries, 70 yards, had no rushing touchdowns, but Fields also had a lot of help from Kupp, Nacua, and of course Renfrow in the passing game. So our job here this week is, of course, try to shut down, or at least try to neutralize Williams as best as we possibly can, and kind of force Fields to throw the football there. So we're going to try to put some pressure on their stopping the offense from running the ball, really kind of closing up gaps when it comes to Williams, and really just force them to be one-dimensional with Fields. And if we can do that, then we have an excellent chance here to, of course, get into to Fields and, of course, cause some havoc there with him, because he's not the best with pressure, but at the same time we don't want him to of course take off and run. He does have really good running speed there. 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions so far this season for him. He has 130 yards on the ground with 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 broken tackles. So like I said, dealing with him is going to be a issue with this, but I think we can do so if we can make sure that that help from him, or help from Williams, can be kind of shut down. White, on the other hand, we've seen him before. We've seen him in our Buffalo Bills series, and of course we know what type of talent he is, and of course we're going to have to make sure we do our best to avoid throwing to him, as they're suggesting us to go the deep passing game. Now I kind of disagree with that, but in other ways in some ways I kind of see what they're making it about. Rams been having some trouble in the deep game. More so, I think, is more the middle passing, mid-range passing game. And of course, Williams for us has been doing a great job here. No touchdown or no interceptions, several touchdowns, and he's looking very sharp week by week. And of course, we've had our issues with running the ball here. Of course, we don't have Swift right now, as he is out with that hip issue, and he's going to be out for pretty much the remainder of the regular season. If we get lucky and happen to make it to the postseason, we could see him back on the field then. But Fields is back here in Chicago, here at Soldier Field. He's played 3 or 4 good years here, and of course we decided to trade him to Pittsburgh last season, as we brought in Williams. As we'll see a pass here being broken up there by Gordon. Nice job, and that's the way to start off there for us defensively. As we'll see a 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Rams, as Fields drops back here, and he's going to run this one here. Throw this one quickly there. That's going to be a pass there made. That's going to be enough there for the first down, as I believe they'll find Cooper Kupp there. No, that's not Cooper Kupp. Not for who that is. I think there's a tight end there. That might be Renfrow there on that catch. As we'll see a handoff here that Williams runs this one. And Williams, there you see last week against the Cardinals, only 15 carries for 70 yards in that game. We'll see what we can do here on this 2nd and 2, as we see a man in motion for the Rams, as they'll hand this, or no, play action, throw up the middle there. That is going to be broken up and almost caught there off that tip by Cooper Kupp, intended there for Renfrow. So we go now to a 3rd and 2 coming up. And Fields is going to back up. He's going to pass this one there, and that is not going to be any good there. It's just going to be intended there for Nacua, and he will, of course, will be seeing himself there as that'll be an incomplete pass. So we'll take a look here at Caleb Williams. Like I said, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, already 1,000 yards already for the season, as we're nicely inside our own 5-yard line. As we'll hand this one off to Homer. He's going to go off the outside there. Breaks off a tackle. Breaks off a 2nd tackle before he is finally wrapped up at the 13-yard line. As that was a nice run there. Nice hustle there from him. And, of course, him and Johnson are doing a great job here, stepping up to the plate here, getting those reps in during practice as well as in games here. And they're going to be a good 1-2 punch for us here in this long season that we're in, as we will not have Swift there helping us out. As Johnson now runs this one here, and a nice run there for him as he goes down the field. He is trucking all the way down as he gets to the 35-yard line of the Rams, as that was a big run there for him. And that's what we're wanting to see from both of our guys there, both of our backups, to really take over those snaps and those gains that we're normally seeing from our feature back, that being Swift. As a pass is going to be thrown there, that's going to be incomplete, intended there for Cole Clement, as that'll be broken up. At first I was going to think about signing a guy here, but I was like, no, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to see what our guys can do stepping up. We got some good halfbacks there that can help us out. As Cole Clement gets that great catch there before he tips out of bounds. That's a great job there, getting him inside the 10. That ball's going to be on the 8-yard line. There you see Williams fired up here, as he is able to throw to one of his favorite targets there here already early and often here with Cole Clement, as McGovern is going to have to be taken out of the game there. He has an injury, and hopefully that will not be too serious. As we'll see ourselves on the 8-yard line of the Rams, as we'll hand off to Johnson here, and Johnson's going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. As Chicago finds themselves in the end zone, as Johnson does a great job. That's going to be rushing touchdown number 5 for him. As if you remember last week, he had I believe over about almost close to 60 yards in that game. No rushing touchdowns, but he did step up to the plate there and help us out with that freak injury that we had. Of course, Swift came in the game for whatever reason. We finally got him on the IR, so he is on the IR, and he'll be there for a couple more weeks. As Fields now here, he's going to get met there by a defensive lineman. Nice play there from the defense as they get to Fields, and that's going to be now seeing himself now with a 2nd and 10. He'll drop back again here. He's going to have to throw this one off his back foot. He's going to be able to find Cooper Kupp, as Kupp is able to manage the football there inside the 10. And they're going to mark him somewhere around more like the 8-yard line for that first down. Rams already here knocking on our door as they'll hand this one off to Williams, and Williams will find him as well in the end zone as he gets a rushing touchdown for the Rams, as they'll tie this ball game up now 7 apiece here in Chicago. And Soldier Field coming a little quiet now here, as we have not given up too many rushing touchdowns this season. We've been doing a really good job of really kind of just capping the run from a lot of different teams here. Of course, coming up here next week, we got a big game against the Vikings here, as we'll take on Nick Chubb, who is a former Browns, and now with the Vikings, he's kind of having a slow start there for the Vikings. And of course, we'll see J.J. McCarthy for the first time next week, but that's next episode here. So we see Rome Odunze gets a nice catch there for a few yards there. We'll see a 2nd and 3 coming up. Williams now here in the backfield by himself, and changing the route here on a couple of guys. See what he's going to try to do here. And so see a drop back here for Williams. Throws this one up the middle. That's going to go to Roman Dunze, and that's going to be enough there to get the first down. As that's these two have been just doing a great job here, especially last year, getting this team to the Super Bowl for the first time in I don't know how many years, but at least from '85. So almost a good little over 25 years or so. That's at least the last time they won it. Last time we went to the Super Bowl was back when we had Lovie Smith here. And of course, took on the Indianapolis Colts there in that game. I believe it was in Louisiana that year. As we'll see a drop back here for Williams and pass there. And that's going to be caught by Cole Clement, as that's going to be another first down for the Bears. So great job there. It's like I said, this drive's been looking very healthy for us. And like I said, Williams, he's been just a lot more confident in the pocket. Like you see here, he just zips that one right out of the pocket, out of that play action, and finds his target there. That'll be Rome Odunze for another huge first down for the Bears. Bears now at the 20-yard line of the Rams, as they're just really doing a good job here moving the ball through the air. And of course, we're throwing the ball a little bit more than we normally would, at least in my liking here. But nonetheless, it's been good. It's been very helpful. And of course, more there you see guys like him doing a great job here. The veteran gets a nice catch there inside the 10. We're at the 6-yard line here. 1st and goal coming up, as there's 2:30 left here in this first quarter. It's tied 7 apiece. Williams here drops back in the pocket, scrambles, looks, and he decides to take his own number instead. And he's going to find himself into the end zone. Touchdown to Chicago, as our QB finds his way into the end zone, getting rushed there. And not liking that at all, but he does get himself into the end zone. And that's going to be another touchdown for the Bears. That's going to be rushing touchdown number 2 for Williams to be exact here. As, of course, we'll see there, 8 plays, 73 yards, taking him almost 3.5 minutes off the game clock here. And we have a 1-possession lead. Let's see Cooper Kupp's numbers there, 27 receptions, 320 yards, and 2 touchdowns so far for him. And, of course, he's always one of those tough receivers that you really have to kind of just tip your hat to, who always seems to find a way to see himself down the field here. As we'll see Stevenson here has to stop Fields, and this is what I don't mind. I want to see Fields take more, run the ball, and so we can get at least an open shot at him, to hit him down the field and cause him to fumble the football there. He's known to do that as well. So, occasionally he will get those first downs using his legs, which is fine. But, like I said, we want to put him in pressure situations, and we just want to take away that run. As we play action now, you see he's running here, and he's going to be brought down by TJ Edwards there. I'm trying to spit that out as Edwards finds him. And you see him, let him know, like, scoreboard there, buddy. 14-7, as now we'll see here dropping back. It's a 2nd and 23, a quick pass, screen pass there, and that is going to be a nice stop there. As Stevenson makes another great tackle for loss there for us. It's now 3rd and 27 here for Fields, as he drops back here, looking down the field here, trying to look down the field here, and he's going to be brought down by Dexter, and I believe Hill, our rookie, as they both bring him down that sack, and you see them just shaking his head as he is not liking how this last few moments of this first quarter is ending. At the end of the first quarter, it is 14-7 here in Soldier Field, as we're starting to get to that penetrate that offensive line of the Rams and causing havoc. As we get the ball back here after the punt at their own 47-yard line, and hand off there to Johnson as we go back to the run here, which is always key for us. Even though we've been throwing the ball, for the most part here this season really well here in these first couple of games, and of course, we want to maintain that, and of course, we still got to improvise and try to make the running game more efficient for us, even though we don't have our top back there. But Homer and Johnson are just doing a great job here for us, and we got to be thankful for that, as they have really did a great job here stepping up to our point. We may not get those huge 5 to 10 yards a gain, but if we can get close to 5 yards a game with those two guys there, especially in situations that we see Romadudze gets a catch there inside the 10. Nice catch there for him. That's going to be another first down here for the Bears, as they're going to be placed at the inside the 10. I believe it's going to be at the 8-yard line. But yeah, the running game is just going to be really, it's not going to be as perfect as we were hoping to come into this season with. But nonetheless, we get another touchdown here. This time, Roman Dunze gets his way in there. Nice job from him as he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. As Roman Dunze, great job there for him, as I believe that's going to be his third now this season. And the Bears now lead it here 21-7. 5 plays, 48 yards, and just taking about a little over 2 minutes off the game clock now. So now 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line for the Rams. We'll see a pass there. That's going to be completed, and that's going to be now at the 41, as Fields here trying to do his best to, of course, keep himself upright. As you see, one of their top receivers there, Nacua, I think how you say it. He is going to be sitting out for a bit there. As we'll see, Fields now throwing this one there. That ball is going to be caught, and it's going to be a nice reception, as they'll get a few yards on that play. Like I said, Fields, we can just bottle up that pressure and get out there as much as we have been, especially, if we can get Danny Hill, our rookie there, our rookie edge rusher and whatnot there involved, then we definitely will have a great day here with messing around with their kind of control their offense. As we get the ball back after the punt, and we'll get that near our own 20-yard line. It's now ball now at the 22-yard line here on this 2nd and 4. We'll see what Williams is going to have hatched up here. He's going to hand this one off to Homer, as he'll get enough there just to get the first down. So able to move the chains here very successfully now. We'll see what they'll try to do. They'll keep on the ground game here, or they'll go through the air once again. And like I said, we've been having a good combination of both the air and the ground, as we'll see a pass there, or a handoff there to Johnson. And I've actually looked at Homer and Johnson's receiving abilities there, and they're actually pretty good receivers as well. So we might see some more of that as well here this season in the passing game for our receivers, as we'll see DJ Moore, the veteran, gets another great catch there. That's going to put him at the 42-yard line. As look, he is fired up, ready to go, and wanting to see what else he can get himself into today, as that's a big first down. Ball now at the 42-yard line of the Rams. As we'll see here, dropping back here, Williams throwing this one to the DJ Moore again. And DJ Moore finding a nice catch there. That's going to get himself a first down, as that's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. Hand off to Homer, as Homer runs this one, and that ball is going to be completed, as that's going to be another handoff for him, as it's very successful. Getting those 2 to 3 yards at a time, sometimes even 4 yards, but it is what it is. It's going to get us positive yardage here, as you see Roscoe, or see Johnson, I should say, there, already up at 100 yards for the day here. He's having a great day. He's definitely eating up the yardage here for us. and doing a superb job, as we'll see a handoff now here to Johnson, as again his number's going to get called, as he will get tackled there by Williams of the Rams on that one. 2nd and 6. The ball's going to be at the 12-yard line, as there's about 3:50 left here in this first quarter, or I should say this first half. And we'll see whether Williams again being air traffic controller. See something in the defense he doesn't really care for here. Throws, almost went the other direction there, as that ball gets tipped away, broken up. So now 3rd and 6 coming up here, still on the 12-yard line, as we're trying to see if we can get this one here by the air game. And that pass is going to be completed by DJ Moore, but it's going to be dropped, as he cannot come down with it. So the Bears decided to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try to see if they can convert here on this 4th down, as they were unsuccessful on the 3rd down conversion. So now 4th and 6 coming up. Pass there is going to be completed by DJ Moore. Nice little curl route there, as he's able to get in, and they'll get a new set of downs. So now ball on the 5-yard line here, 1st and goal, and we'll see what we can try to do here. So we'll see a drop back here, pass up the middle there by DJ Moore, and that's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago, as the Bears just put on a mollywop here in this first half. As that's going to be a nice one for Moore, finding his way in there and getting himself in the end zone. Nice job, as the Bears fans love what they're seeing here today against these Rams. As there's 12 plays, 84 yards, and taking a good chunk of 5 minutes and 15 seconds off the game clock now. 2:45 left here in the first half. It's 28-7. As Rams here hand this one off there to Williams, and Williams going to get shoved down and stopped there before he can get anything there on that play, as he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, and a handoff there to Williams again, and Williams here spins off, breaks a tackle before he's finally brought down there at the 36, as he gets a nice gain there for himself. Now 3rd and 1 coming up here. They're going to go pass here. You would think they would go ahead and just run this one there, but they're going to pass, and they're going to be successful as they're able to find Cooper Kupp on that quick reception. They'll go no huddle. Williams, or I should say Fields here now has open field here, and now he's going to take a slide, as he's going to give himself up, and he's going to be stopped there at the 35-yard line as he's jawing there with some linebackers. As Williams, or I should say Fields here throws this one up there. That ball's going to be a drop by Cooper Kupp, and they're going to say it's a fumble. And I don't know. I think that might be coming back to them. I think Cooper Kupp might have been down before that ball popped out. We'll take a look here. You be the judge. I think he might have been down already just because of contact there. And I think they're going to go ahead and just overturn this and say that he was down. Yeah, I think he was down before that ball popped out of him. So, and we'll see and look and see here. And timeout, of course, being called there by the Rams as they do win the challenge. So we'll see a pass there, as we'll see a stop in the backfield there by Brister, who is going to stop him there. It's going to be a loss of 5 on that play. 2nd and 15 coming up here for the Rams. As Rams here have a minute left here in the first half. Down by 3 scores. Fields here throws this one off to the side there. Gets this one there. That's going to be a reception. Nice stop there from Edmonds on that play. Puts him at the 18-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up here for Fields. Fields going to here drop back. Looks, fires there, finds Renfrow. And Hunter Renfrow there is able to get the catch, and that's going to be enough there for the first down. As they have 1 timeout remaining, they're trying to hold on to it. And as we'll see Cooper Kupp get the reception here, as he'll get pushed, or lose actually a large yard or so. He'll be at the 4-yard line. Actually, he might gain 2 or 3 yards there on that play. As you see, Fields here throws this one there on a run, and he's going to find the end zone. And they're going to say touchdown. Late touchdown call there. They're in the end zone. As, Tyler Higbee there is going to get the catch. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Rams, as now they're down by 2 possessions here And they got a lot of work ahead of them here in this second half if they want to get back into this ball game. 10 plays, 61 yards, taking almost a little over 2.5 minutes off that drive. So now with 12 seconds left here, not much really for Williams to really do here. As they going to try to throw it up here and try to get close to maybe a field goal range as they can. As that ball's going to be caught by Roman Dunze, and then Dunze puts an exclamation point on this one here, as he says, no, we're not going to be going up by 2. We're going to go up by 3 and going into the half, as he gets this great catch there. Nice job as he's able to get away from White. And kind of actually, White's kind of in front of him there, and that ball's a little behind Roman Dunze. He gets the catch there on that pass. 70 yards on that pass as they are in the end zone. And they take a nice lead here. 35-14 as we go into the half. And we'll see what the Bears can do now. They can add on to some more here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see the coach bring in some of those backups in as well. Might even see Wilson as well here in today's game. Russell Wilson, our backup. As we're trying to do our best to make sure we keep, with the way injuries have been going on here, not just for our team, but just around the league here this season, we might end up putting our backup in, quarterback in, just in case. I don't know if nothing freaky go on, but as you see here, look at some scores around the league here. 21-0 there. The Bengals win that, or in the lead in that one there in Seattle, and then of course in Carolina, the Panthers win this one 35-10. Bryce Young having a great game here. He's actually had a pretty good season with the Panthers right now. 3-1 for them, as he threw 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, as he hooks up there with Jones on a touchdown there in that game against Green Bay. So far this first half has been looking pretty good for us, especially right there, and that pass there for Roman Dunze to put a nice exclamation point on that first half. We'll see what Caleb Williams can do, and like I said, he's been throwing the ball very well here. The offensive line, we've had our issues with, not too much time there, but here today it's been actually pretty nice. Been able to control our offensive line and be able to look down the field here for the most part here and make some good passes. We'll see if they can continue here in the second half. Of course, we're always going to try to run the ball a little bit more here, as we see Johnson is going to get his number called, and he's a little over 100 yards for the day here. We'll see if we can get him. I would like to see him get at least about 130, maybe 140. I mean, that might be pushing it, but I think we could do that here with the way he's moving the ball here today. Is we'll see him run this one there, and that's going to be a nice gain there for him. We got a modest 3rd and 5 here. We can pretty much call anything here. As William here scrambles, he's going to look to his right-hand side and finds DJ Moore as he gets this one here, and he's going to get there inside the 40 of the Rams. As you take a look at Caleb Williams' numbers here, as the former Heisman Trophy winner from USC is having a really nice season here. Of course, MVP last season here in the year 1 of this franchise, as Johnson runs this one for a short gain here. But I think one of the other things that I think has been really helpful this year is with our offensive line. I think we got 2 offensive line players that we've been one is starting here. It's a guard, and then the other one is I believe a tackle that will be he's coming in every so often, a couple of plays here and there. But I think with him playing, if we can get him ready to go for next season, of course, we're looking at some offensive linemen for next year as well. I think we'll be pretty good. Oh, no, the other one's a center. That's right. It's not a guard. It's a center. He's been in the game here a couple of times as well. And so, like I said, we can keep that up. And, of course, bring in another offensive lineman coming in next season. As we see a great pass there. DJ Moore finds the end zone again. That's going to be his 2nd of today. And that's going to be his 4th of the season, as that one is just zipped right to him. Nice laser. Look at this pass here. What a play there. As we were pretty dominant in this drive here offensively, doing a great job. And DJ Moore finds his way into the end zone. Nice job there. As Moore now getting a little over 100 yards for the day here for him already here in these first 3 quarters. Looking very nice here as we had a very good drive there. 42-14. First and 10 here for the Rams as Fields here now decides to just tuck it and run here, and he's going to run this one as he's going to get taken down at the 43. Does get the first down, not what we was looking for here, but hey, at least he is not throwing the ball around on us here. I'd rather deal with him on the run than anything. As we'll see a pass there, that's going to be thrown there, and that's going to be broken up. As nice job there from the defense. As they don't let the receiver there get a hold of that one. We'll see now the 43. Handoff. This one is going to be Williams, and Kyren Williams there. And yes, he is not able to really get too much there on that carry. As now we'll see what they can try to do here on this 3rd and 5. They haven't been doing too good of a job of getting third down conversions here today, but they are able to get connect on this one there. As that's going to be a catch there. That's going to put up them at the 43-yard line as a look like a Rams player is going to have to come off the field here. That'll be Dotson. So now 1st and 10 here for the Rams as the ball's at the 43-yard line. Williams is going to run this one there quickly as Gordon's going to quickly stop him there from getting any more there on that play. It's about he gets a gain of 4. We'll see 2nd and 6 as Fields now here drops back here. Throws up the middle there. That's a great catch. And that one's going to put the receiver there near the 20-yard line as Fields here finally able to navigate his way through this defense here, but they still have a huge climb up the mountain here to get back in this ball game. As we'll see a pass there to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's able to weasel his way out of this one here as he finds in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And the Rams receiver, top receiver here for the last couple of seasons now, is able to get the catch on that line. Beautiful slant pass there. And that one, ball actually a little low there, but he's able to get the catch and bring it back up and get himself there into the end zone. So 42-21 as there's 5:30 or just less than 5.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see the ball there placed at the 39-yard line after a nice carry from Homer, who is building up some yards as well for himself here today. And we'll see a handoff now to Johnson. Johnson was going to go up the middle there, but decides to go on the outside. And I think, if anything, if he went up the middle there, I think he would have got a lot more yards. But I think he was afraid that linebackers were able to go ahead and snag him there. But he does get enough yards there to get at least a manageable 2nd down here. As we'll see a handoff here and a nice wide open gap there on the left-hand side as he's able to get down there inside the 20. And they're going to place him at the 14-yard line. As like I said, he is having a great day running here as he is getting over he's well over the 100-yard mark here today and looking to like maybe get to maybe 150 here today. As we'll see another carry there for him as he's just now reached the 150 mark. He's actually at 153 yards for the day here. So he's really just chipping away at this defense. We'll see a 2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball's at the 10-yard line of the Rams. As we're looking to try to see if we can find any way of really just trying to get this ball into the end zone here. As we'll see Wood or Johnson again, his number getting called here. He doesn't look like he's tired at all. He look like he's just just started here. He hasn't broke a sweat yet. So a nice run there as we get to the 1-yard line here. Now see if we can try to punch it in here on this 1st and goal. 2:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. As we're looking to try to finally get this one punched in there. And yes, we get it in there. Nice job there. Nice run from the Johnson. As that's going to be his 2nd rushing touchdown of today. And I believe that's going to be rushing touchdown number 6 for him this season. As he's able to find his way into the end zone. Rams don't know what to do whatsoever in this situation here. As it is a nice run there. 6 plays, 54 yards. And taking a little over 3 minutes in this ball game. 49-21. The ball now at the 27-yard line here. 1st and 10. As we'll see the Rams now in possession. And throw this one up the middle there. That is going to be a big hit. Nice hit there, but just can't jar it from the receiver. As he's able to pop back up and get the 1st down. As we'll see Fields here, throws this one there, and that one's going to get broken up there quickly, as I believe that looked like it was going near Cooper Kupp. Or no, maybe Tyler, it might have been Renfrow there on that one there instead. As we'll see a pass there now being thrown, and that's going to come out of the backfield there as they actually lose 2 yards. So it'll be a 3rd and 12 coming up here for the Rams. As the Rams here trying to get back into this ball game here. 49-21. As we'll see Fields now throw this one high and deep. This is going to go up there, and Brister is going to come down with a beautiful interception as he's able to get this one and steal it from the halfback Williams, as they're trying to get Williams now involved from the Rams involved in the passing game here. Halfback gets this one taken away from him as that Brister goes up and plucks it out of the air. And look at that. Great pass, but just underthrown there a little bit there, as Williams is pretty well covered there on that play as well. Nice job there from the defense as they step up here and make a great defensive stop, as Johnson here is going to be featured in this little montage here, as he's been running the ball very well here. 2 rushing touchdowns already here in today's game, and well over 150 yards as well. So we'll see if he'll think it will, of course, hopefully we'll keep this going here with him as he runs this one on the outside there, looking for a good block, and he gets a decent help there from DJ Moore, as he'll get a gain of 9 on the carry. 2nd and inches, just about less than 40 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And we got possession here now. And really, we can just try to run the ball as much as we possibly can here and just try to chip away. As you see, 180 yards now here for Johnson. And by far his biggest day, probably his career right now. And like I said, he's doing a great job here helping out Williams in the offense. As we'll see, just a few ticks left here in the 3rd quarter. And that'll be it here for this one. As we go to the 4th and final quarter of this one, it is 49-21 here in Chicago, as the Bears fans have already decided that this will be a big W there for them here today, as we could be one of the only 4-0 team or undefeated teams left here in the NFL. And see Johnson here trying to stiff arm a man there. That was actually White and Kitchens that he was fighting with there for that yardage there, and he wins that one as he gets some great positive yardage there on that carry. 3rd and 6 coming up, as Williams here again drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. He's trying to see if he can find anybody. He finds DJ Moore, and that one's going to be caught near midfield. And we'll see Caleb Williams' numbers here already today. Total of 5 touchdowns. Of course, he had that rushing touchdown earlier, and he's had 4 through the air. Great day for him, as we'll keep going here with the run. And Johnson will get a carry there. Not much that time around, but nonetheless, some positive yardage for him, as he is really doing a great job here, just making big strides here to run this football here, as White is able to make the stop there. As so far, we did a good job here of really keeping White any chance for him to get the football, as he got he was matched up with Roman Dunze earlier in that towards the end of that half, where he made Dunze made that great catch, that 7-yard catch, and got down the field here. As we're chasing. Oh, the ball's gonna be a fumble, and that is gonna be a touchdown there for the Bears. Great job there for the defense, as that is gonna be Montez Sweat on the touchdown, and the fumble recovery, I believe. That was Baker on that play. Yeah, Baker able to bring that ball and snap, and of course get it out of the hands of Fields, and Sweat's right there to just pick it up and take it into the end zone. Or of course it was already in the end zone already, but great play there from Sweat. Now it's 56-21. Great job there from the Bears defense, taking a hold of Fields here and doing exactly what we game plan here today. Is just keep putting that pressure on him, keep coming at him from all different types of directions here, and not let him get too comfortable in that pocket of throwing the ball around, even though he's throwing the ball pretty well here today. We've done a great job here for the most part. Just this defense just did a great job here of helping the offense out and be able to score, letting the offense go out here and score when they need to. As we'll see a pass error completed, as we'll see a 2nd and 6 now here for Fields. He'll drop back, looking down the field here, throws up the middle there, finds Cooper Kupp. And, of course, Cooper Kupp is able to get the catch there at the 46 for the 1st down. Move the chains now here at midfield. We'll see a 1st and 10 here for the Rams. As he'll drop back here, throwing this one up the middle. That one's going to be caught again by Kupp as he makes a possession. And it looks like Kupp not feeling too good there. Hopefully he can shake it off. As we'll see here, under 7 minutes left. Pass there by Nacua. Nacua is going to go ahead and he's going to fire his way inside the end zone. Touchdown, Rams, as the Rams find this one. Nacua finds his way into the end zone there. I think I butchered his name, but oh well. Finds his way into the end zone, and that is going to be a touchdown. 4 plays, 73 yards. Nice quick drive there for the Rams. As again, Rams scoring another one there. It's now 56-28. So it's a high-scoring game here. And yeah, I mean, defense not, giving up points here. Normally we haven't been, I think we've been giving up less than like 21 or 24 points a game. But sometimes it happens, especially when you're playing against a good team like this who have great receivers. You're going to have to give up something if you're going to get this win. Russell Wilson's out here now, taking over the reins here under center here today. As I predicted earlier, we're going to see the quarterback probably getting taken out here at some point. So Williams is going to have his day done, as he'll have over 300 yards for the day. Johnson here now running this one here on the outside, trying to get up the field there, but too many white jerseys there surrounding him, and he's able to get a few yards. As another Ram is going to come off the field here. Look like an ankle injury there. So now 3rd and 6 coming up here for Wilson. And of course, Russell Wilson picked up there in the off season, and I think he was a good pick here for us as a backup receiver. As we'll see a pass there up the middle there to Roman Dunze, and Dunze just could not hold on to it. As Johnson there of the Rams able to get a hold of it, or at least break that play up. Now they're going to go ahead and go for here on 4th and 6. I mean, what else can you do? You can punt the ball back here, and Rams really, they haven't been really moving the ball here that well. So we're just going to see what we can do here. As that ball's going to be broken up by White, as the defense does defensive line did a great job here of really forcing Wilson to throw that ball quickly. So now our defense will now have to come out here, and they'll get at least one more chance to get to Fields here, as the ball's placed at the 46-yard line. 5 minutes left, as we'll see a pass up the middle there, and that's going to be a great catch there, as Fields is able to zip that one there quickly. So we could be giving up 35 here, but I don't know. I think that might be a pipe dream here for a lot of Rams fans here. So we'll see that ball being thrown there off target there, at least off balance there from Fields. As we see a play action, Fields again goes to try to go deep here this one, but he's going to get slapped down there by Dexter, as that ball is going to be incomplete. It's going to be the ball now at the 38-yard line. So now 3rd and 19. Fields here drops back, throws up the middle there. They get the first down and more here, as Puka able again get the catch. And that's going to be another first down here for the Rams. Rams back on track here now. Just 3.5 left, as we'll see a pass there. That ball is going to be dropped, as the receiver just could not come down with it. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. As Fields now back out here again here. 2nd and 10 here. Ball is going to be intercepted by Johnson. Jalen Johnson gets that one there inside the 20. And they're going to mark him at the 7-yard line. Nice catch there from Jalen Johnson. And that might have been the last time we see the Rams hold the football here, as we pretty much did a good job here. Again, just throwing that, making him throw sooner than he wants to, not let him set his feet. And that was just a great job there from Jalen Johnson, who's been doing that ever since season 1. And he does a great job here today. 6 catches, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns for Roman Dunze, as we see the ball at their own 7-yard line here. Bears trying to get themselves some breathing room here. We'll see if they can do that. As we'll see, this one ran on the right-hand side. And they'll get about 4 yards on that carry, as they're looking at a 2nd and 6. Ball plays at the 11-yard line, and a handoff there to Johnson, as we'll see a handoff and a nice run here for Johnson as he's getting eclipsing that 200-yard mark here. And there you see, 227 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for him on 29 carries. We could be seeing carry number 30 here. As we'll see, a handoff again there for him as he's able to get the first down and keep himself. Of course, we're trying to keep him in bounds here as we're trying to melt away that game clock there as we're well over the 2-minute mark here. So again, just trying to get some touches here and try to see what we can do. We'll see Wilson now play action here from him. We'll see what the old timer can do as he gets hit, as that was a nice stop there from Verse on that tackle, or at least that incomplete pass there. 3rd and 10, ball at the 47. Play action here for Wilson again. Wilson looking down the field here. Wilson just lobbing this one up there. And it was intended there from Roman Dunze. And I guess they just want to see try to get Wilson some snaps here, and they'll be forced to punt the ball. So Rams will get one more chance here with the football here as they'll be brought down, and that's going to be a safety. They're going to say, they're going to say he's on the 1-yard line instead, as TJ Edwards is able to bring him down there. I think it should have been a safety there, but I think they're giving him, they're saying that he was still still there at the 1. So he's at the goal line here, second and 18. That time it is going to be a safety as they're able to bring him in. Nice job there. It's TJ Edwards like, you guys, that should have been a safety the first time around. This time around, he makes sure of it, and he gets a nice 2 points there for the defense. Nice job there, defense scoring, as they'll end this one here, 58-28. Nice 30-point game here for us, as the Bears get another nice victory here for Week 4 here in the NFL. It's a nice job there finishing off. As like I said, we just had to make sure Fields was not going to be throwing that ball around, and just like I said, make him uncomfortable as much as we possibly can there. And we did so there. And of course, we had some great plays there from Roman Dunze, and not to mention a big day there on the ground from Johnson, who was I wasn't expecting him to have a 250 or near 250 yard game and 2 rushing touchdowns for him, but he did. And that was just a great performance there for him. So I feel a little bit more better now that he's capable of doing that for us. And we might see. I'm not saying he can do that every single game, but I think we can get at least 100 and some, about 100. I'd say about 100 to 120, 130 yards for him a game, with Homer helping him out there in the backfield as well when it comes to the running game. So nice day. There you see, no interceptions for us, thank goodness, but we did pick off 2, so we're +3, as we did also get that fumble picked up there that we got off the Rams. So great day there especially for Williams, as he is leaves this game with a nice clean sheet, really. 4 touchdowns, a little over 300 yards for him. So 16 of 23, 308. Completed 69% of his passes. Giggity. 4 touchdowns. His longest pass, of course, that touchdown pass towards the end of the first half to Roman Dunze for 70 yards there. Nice day for him. Fields, 23 of 35, almost 300 yards for him. He completed 65% of his passes. He had 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions for him in that game here against his former team, the Bears. This was a really good game there for Williams. I'm really happy. I'm hoping that we can continue this. He's got now, I think, 10 touchdown passes now with no interceptions in the first 4 weeks of the season. That's a good thing. Very good thing. So he could have we could see him possibly have another MVP type of season. But of course, we'll take a game at a time. Johnson, 31 carries, 248 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for him. He had 4 broken tackles as well. Williams, we did a good job there. Under 40 yards, 7 carries for 35 yards, a touchdown for him. And then for Homer, he had 5 carries, 39 yards. Williams had a carry for 6 yards and a touchdown, his second rush touchdown of the season. Rome Odunze, 6 catches, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns. Moore, 8 catches for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cole Clement had a really quiet day, 2 catches for 47 yards for the day. And then defensively, Brister, a great day there for him. He had a nice interception for us, as well as 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Edwards, 7 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and a safety. Baker, 4 tackles, a tackle for loss, a sack, and a fumble. And then Sweat had that tackle, a forced fumble recovery, and a touchdown for him, which is always nice. And of course, Jalen Johnson had 3 tackles and an interception, his second of the season. So take a look at those numbers right now. But overall, great performance from everybody, all sides of the ball there, from everything from the passing game, the running game, the receptions, and then especially the defense. Just did a great job there getting the ball back for us, for the offense, and then the offense able to motor down the field. And did a good job there of eating a lot of the game clock as well, especially in the running game there. Like I said, those 200 yards there, I was not expecting that from Johnson. Ever since Swift went down, I'm thinking, like, okay, how are we going to game plan for this running game here? And I think this is kind of the blueprint. This is kind of the blueprint that we could have. Maybe not every single game, but definitely this is something we can look at and say, hey, this is how we ran the ball. This is how we passed the ball in the game. Let's kind of apply that to team by team and see what we can do. And of course, next week we play against the Vikings. That's going to be something different. Vikings are definitely going to be trying to slow us down. They know that we don't have our big running game, so the running game is going to become even more important. But I will say Nick Chubb has not been doing so well in his first 4 weeks of the season either. Not as big as I thought he would be. And of course, JJ, this is his actually first official season as a quarterback. If you remember, he got injured during the offseason last year for his rookie year. Would have been his rookie campaign, but this year is his rookie campaign, as he has not taken an NFL snap at all in a live game. So we'll see how that's going to go. As well as you see, we got another player there. So Curry, Andy Curry, I think his name is, our center that we drafted. He will be making a start. More so, he'll be a regular center, as McGovern and him have been kind of going back and forth between snaps and taking time on the field. But Curry will be our starter next week, as McGovern is out for a couple of weeks there with an injury. So that is a good thing. I'm glad we drafted him. Now he's going to play that role here. We'll see how he does. And if he does really well against the Vikings here, that might be his position for the remainder of the season. But we'll be back here again in the next episode, in episode 27. Week 5, we'll be at home once again as we're taking on the Vikings this time. They are 1-3 coming into this game here at Soldier Field. It should be a good one. I cannot wait. We'll see if our offense can continue rolling on here. As as you see, there's a little bit of a push between those two of those. They say Vikings have a better offense, but I don't know. I have to disagree with that. But we definitely have a better defense against them, and we'll definitely show that out here coming up in that one. So we'll see J.J. McCarthy for the first time in live play in this series as a Vikings QB coming up in the next episode. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And, of course, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. And, of course, don't forget to check us out also here on YouTube on our second channel over on ESGNet Plus LP, as we got a nice series with the Jacksonville Jaguars as well on Madden 25. And, of course, other content as well over there on this second channel. But that's it. Again, Bears fans, got another win. Let's bear down. Let's get ready for week 5 as we have a nice rivalry game with the Vikings. We'll see what we can do. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.